Well, hello, and hello from that great province of Cheshire. I mean, when I say province of Cheshire, I'm just talking about the area, not the actual province, but there you go. What can I say? Right, we have had a week to remember. And Friday night, it's going to be pick and mix night. We're going to go over a few things that have happened during the week. And we must remind everybody that we are blokes. Where's the blokes, love? Where's the blokes? We are blokes, and this is an over 18 podcast. So if you don't like a little bit of fruity language, don't watch it. Okay? And if you say, watch it, it's brown stuff. Okay. That's an old one. Let me bring on the man. Let me bring him on. Here he is. Here we go. There he is. Hey, do you see the way that just cut off?
I see you're still rolling the dad jokes out, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Well done.
They get worse. They get worse. Well, you youngsters don't appreciate good humor.
Youngster, I'll take that, thanks.
Well, Mark, your summing up of the week that was?
I literally can't say how I feel about this week, to be honest, because, not happy.
Not happy. That's why I said...
not happy, to be honest.
That's why I said, one of our friends who works in a prison, he was asked by one of his colleagues what he's doing after work. And he said, what are you going to do when you leave prison? He said, I'm going to go to a Category D prison called the United Kingdom.
Feels like one, doesn't it, mate?
When he said that, I just laughed. I just think it. Well, we're going to cover a few things to do with Nicholas Sturgeon. We're going to go over what the U.S. reaction is to Henry Nowak. And, we're going to start off with some humorous things. But let's get the Starmer digs in straight away. And here it is, the Starmer Sutra. Okay? He's still there. He's still
a thing,
there.
Is he?
He's still a thing.
Is he?
You know,
Jesus,
so
how the hell is that possible, mate? There's hope for us all yet. Eh?
I do not know. So here's his song. This is all his. Yes, there you go. That's for you, Kia. Everything for you. Now, I found this guy. He's a U.S. comedian. And I absolutely loved it. He reminded me of you, actually, in your quick-wittedness, Mark. Have a listen to this.
Are you the manager here?
Yeah.
May I please have your name?
No.
Can you spell it for me?
N-O. Okay?
Yeah.
Just because you're happily married for 30 years doesn't mean he is.
That's offensive. That is you being offensive.
You think so?
Yeah.
Don't forget to cook them dinner. All prisoners must be fed.
Again, offensive.
What are you videotaping?
You're gonna get nervous if I tell you.
Tell me.
Nah, I don't want to get you all flustered. Why do you want to know?
Because you're...
Whoa, you better hope you never go to prison. You'll never finish your sentence.
I would have knock your ass out.
I'm here to answer any questions, concerns.
What is this?
That's your finger. And please don't ask me to smell it.
You know what?
Okay, who's next?
Pay your taxes?
What are you just walking up to people and asking them random questions? How about this? How's your melon smelling, Helen?
No! I told you not to park on my private property.
Sweetheart, wait. Listen carefully, okay?
Oh! You did not just honk at me.
Good morning, Eileen.
You're an
Thank you for the reminder. I almost forgot for a second.
She called him an asshole.
He's rubbing everyone up the wrong way, in that guy, isn't he?
What's that? Did your finger? Don't ask me to smell it. Oh my God. Will you give me your name? No. Spell it. No. That's something that you would do.
I know people ask stupid questions, so I suppose they deserve a stupid answer, really, don't they? You know.
Where's the blokes, love? Where's the blokes? Hi. How to save a wife that's dying. I don't know why I'm laughing because I've seen it, but it's just still so funny. Check this out.
I'm losing her. Have we tried everything? Is she married?
Yes.
Ma'am, your husband has just sat down and he looks comfortable. Babe, could you help me move?
Come on, that's funny. You're cracking, right? You're just doing that on purpose because you don't want to upset any of the ladies. That's what it is.
I'm just really hard to please, mate.
Oh, get out of it. That is funny. That is just so funny. Right? What about this one then? Right? I think mostly that married men would understand this one.
Have you noticed that I haven't been speaking to you for the last 2 days?
Yeah, I've noticed.
Okay, so what do you have to say about that?
Can I get 2 more days?
I mean, it's funny, but I wouldn't be rolling around on the floor like that. But yeah,
I would. Oh, when I see those things, I just it cracks up. I know that I'm gonna get some anger from the women in my family. My daughters will say something, and my wife will say something. But you know what can I? I'm not gonna care anyway. Okay, word of the day, and here it is. This is where the first swear warning comes in. Okay, here's your choice. Are you ready for this, Mark?
yes.
Confetti. Dipshitopotamus.
It's got to be that one. Got to ring to it.
Contaminated. And don't give a shititis.
Easy for you to say. I'll go with the one that made me laugh the most. That second one.
Dipshitopotamus. Here we go.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
The word of the day is dipshitopotamus. A person so spectacularly committed to poor decisions that they turn every minor inconvenience into a full-scale circus. Often found stomping through life with absolute confidence despite being catastrophically wrong. He reversed into a bollard, blamed the bollard, then complained about the repair bill. Peak dipshitopotamus behaviour.
There you go. Now, I'm sure everybody would be able to recognize somebody who they could apply that term to. Dipshitopotamus.
Oh, yeah. All these terms just fit Keir Starmer like a glove, don't they?
Indeed, indeed. Well, with everything that's going on, I thought that we would start moving into our main topics. And this is the first one. Seems as though we're talking about men being misogynistic. Well, we're not really. We're just, it's at a distance. At a distance.
Well, let's face it, we were all born racist, misogynistic, homophobic, or what all the is.
Everything.
Phobias, yeah. We were just born that way, weren't we? It's just our subconscious. We can't help it.
I came out of the womb age 60. I'm ageist. Here it is. Right, to carry on with the educational aspect of our show, because, we are educationalists. This is Text Me Back, Bitch, in Chinese.
Text me back, bitch, in Chinese. 回我信息，贱人。回我信息，贱人。回我信息，贱人。
Hey, wo, she, ren. I like that.
I'm not even going to bother. I wouldn't remember it anyway. I'm never going to use it. So.
Hey, wo, ren. Yes, I think that works.
Yeah, beautiful.
I'll say that. I'll test that out on my wife. But I can't type Chinese on a text message.
Well, you'll have to change the settings on your phone and put it in Chinese.
Well, I could try, but hey, listen, that brings us nicely on, right, to our first, story of the evening. And this is, check this out. This is China and a car manufacturer called Build Your Dreams.
Car maker BYD's Zhengzhou factory is rewriting what modern manufacturing looks like. Running at 98% automation, around 1,500 robots produce a complete electric vehicle body in under 60 seconds. This is not a concept, this is live production, and it's working right now. A battery cell rolls off the line every 3 seconds as you watch this video. BYD's flash charging technology brings a vehicle to 97% in just 9 minutes, delivering close to 1,000 kilometers of range on a single charge. The company already has over 4,000 fast charging stations alive across China, with 20,000 planned by end of 2026. BYD first pitched its electric vehicle vision in 2004. 20 years later, they are the world's #1 EV manufacturer. The manufacturing gap is not closing, it is widening.
Okay. Now, what's your comment on that?
I still don't want one.
Why not?
Shit.
Bullshit. That's it. No, how can
I've got enough shit to charge. I've got a charge phone and vape. I've got all this shit to charge. I don't need a car. Because I know what I'm like with the, I haven't charged my phone. Oh, I've got to go out. Oh, no. Oh, if I haven't charged my car, I'm not going out. What if it's an emergency? I can't be bothered with it, mate. It's just... and you know what's going to happen, don't you? Because everyone's going to get sick and tired of them, and it's all going to get scrapped anyway.
Well, I want one. I mean, that it can charge up in 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, I believe that when I see it.
Yeah,
but again, look, they're subsidising these companies with cheap electricity, so they've got the edge on the rest of the world. And then, obviously, it's all automated. I can imagine their turnover is absolutely fantastic.
Well,
isn't it?
I'm going to go over there I'm going to take a trip to China for all my medical needs. Going to get my teeth done. I'm not going to Turkey. Okay. Going to get all my cosmetic surgery sorted out. Okay. I'll come back looking like that.
Mate. They've got some weird medicine over there. They'll just put pins in there all over you. So that doesn't do anything. Trust me.
I'll come back with what's that that affliction you get where you start actually talking with a Chinese accent. Oh, Mark.
You mean like when who was it? When that football manager Steve McLaren went to work in Holland and he speaks like this in English, and you're like, oh, I've lived there, mate. That doesn't happen. And Joey Bart went to France and he was like, "Hello, I am from France." And then you're like, no, you don't speak like that. You either speak their language or you speak your own English. I don't get this.
I'm going to go over there. I'm going to come back and I'm going to go, number 66. Here.
I'm trying not to tell a rude joke about... leave it, Mark, leave it.
Okay, all right. Well, here's the next one, okay? I mean, after all this stuff that's been going on, I mean, I really want to relax on a Friday. I just, after all this bad news. I mean, we will go over a few of them, but, Andy Burnham in Makerfield. Well, this is a biggie.
This is Andy Burnham. He's abandoned his post as mayor and forced the people of Makerfield into a by-election because, well, he quite fancies being prime minister. But here's what Andy doesn't want you to know. Andy made Makerfield a dumping ground for illegal migrants. The Northwest has been forced to house more illegals than any other part of Britain. And when Andy had the power to stop illegals being dumped in Makerfield, he said he wanted you to welcome them instead.
We've always played a part in terms of welcoming people in the past. We stand ready to do so going forward.
Welcoming military-aged
men who are terrorising residents and making life so miserable that local people say they're being ghettoised in their own areas. But instead of fighting for you, the people of Makerfield, he went on TV to fight for better conditions for people who broke into this country illegally.
I think only a quarter of the accommodation found for asylum seekers was in a decent state. So Three-quarters was very poor.
Oh, diddums.
Well, it's a hit piece, but actually, it's all factual.
Oh yeah, that's what you're going to get during elections, isn't it? Hit pieces, but to be fair,
That's not bad. I think that's quite good. I think we should get involved in that, doing hit pieces on certain
Well, look,
people.
it's going to be easy for the right, whatever that is these days, to do hit pieces because they're going to look like hit pieces and sound like hit pieces, but it's all going to be true. We're not going to have to do what the Sky do, and we're not going to have to add words in and cut bits out and glue them together and change the context and say people have said something they haven't said when it's obvious. No, we just tell the truth and let the truth fly.
Yes, indeed. Well, we are going to do those hit pieces, and there are certain people out there that are going to be feeling it, and it's going to start very, very soon. Educationalists from our man over there. Did you see I was trying to point towards you?
I thought you were having some kind of episode then for a minute, mate.
No. Me, I'm going to be having a go at liars. That's going to be my theme, having a go at people that lie.
I was going to say, narrow it down. How long have you got? Seems like anyone in charge of anything these days just talks through their arse.
Yep. And we're going to be talking about people who suddenly think of £2 million and think, where do those figures go? Where's the 2 million quid? If you're listening, you should be hearing it. Where is that 2 million quid? And start looking over those bridges with those big questions. Where's the 2 million quid? Yes. Anyway, here's one of your favorite people coming out, and he's calling out the civil service. You like this guy?
Don't know your own rule book. Your staff turnover is massive, and very often your staff don't understand the rule book either. Have you got the minutes for those meetings? In my experience of government, Mr. Pocklington, most things are minuted to the nth degree. So did your department not minute those meetings? You actually, I think, bully people using this wretched rule book, which has got more loose ends than a plate full of spaghetti. What data do you hold, basically, on the correlation between foreign nationals and medical malpractice taking place within the NHS? I'll take it you don't know that. Yes, James, I was listening to your introduction. You talked about missing data. What is the definition of missing data? And when you drill down and you see you've got 200 tax manuals totaling 80,000 pages, and the UK tax code is 22,000 pages.
He's definitely having a go at all the civil servants there, isn't he?
Illegal migrants have absconded or gone missing.
I mean, if you listen to him, I mean, he is so acute.
Do you know the answer to that?
Are you there, Mark?
There is a. This was something that was looked into by the ICIBI.
He's definitely right on the button with all of them. I mean, what do you think of the man? Do you like him?
Brilliant, mate. Who else is? There's no one else like him. No one's honest. No one's asking these questions, and no one turns around and goes, "I don't care. Don't give a shit."
And particularly businesses like Turkish Barber.
You know, the rest of them are still pandering to the woke mob and don't want to be offensive and oh my god. We've got to carry on with suicidal empathy, or someone will call us names.
Do you think that Restore is going to be the next big thing?
I hope so, mate.
Okay, so that's saying a lot then, though. So that means that you are actually...
Yeah, well, look, think of it this way, mate. This is a party that people might want to vote for, not the lesser of 1, 2, 3 evils. We've got to vote them to get them out. All I'm hearing with Restore is I want to vote for them because I like what they're saying.
Okay.
You know?
What about policies?
I think they're the only ones who ultimately want to turn all this around. You know?
Policies. Are they coming out with policies? Are we going to start seeing some of those?
Yeah, there's a few out. There's the immigration and the environment and stuff, so take a look at them.
Well, judging by
Judging
by what he does in Parliament and what he's done with the grooming gangs, I mean, you know, yeah, I like the guy. I think.
I mean,
I think he's going to go far.
Well, he's already gone far within, all right, March it started, April, May, 3 months.
Yeah.
He's already had a clean, he smashed it in Great Yarmouth.
Yeah.
He's smashing it in Parliament. There's branches open all over the country, and I'm not talking 5 or 10 people in them. I'm talking big amounts of people turning up.
Fair enough.
The ground game is huge. Like Makerfield, so many people there.
Okay.
So I'd say they've come on leaps and bounds in 3 months, so it's looking hopeful. But I just worry people when it comes push to shove. We'll find out in Makerfield, won't we? But are people going to do that thing when it gets to election and go, "Oh, I want to vote for Restore, but if we don't vote Reform, you're going to get Labour again."
I understand. Yeah, I mean there is that.
Vote what you believe in, not for these other reasons. Otherwise, we're stuck in that rut again, which we've already been with the other two for decades.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's
They
hopeful.
try and do the right thing.
Let's hear a little bit more.
But you might take a different view to this wretched homunculus of a book, which isn't clear, which may work to your advantage because you may well then be able to go and tax people more unfairly. But I think we've got to get to the bottom of this. It didn't take me very long to find out that many in Whitehall and the media call you the Queen of Woke. But it's driven, I think, by your championing of and proactive implementation of high-paying DEI roles within the civil service.
There you go. Attacking it straight away. I like that. You know, it's and she was smiling like she was proud of it, you know? High-paying roles of DEI. Well, that's going to be a thing of yesteryear. It's going. It's leaving. It's going. All right. And here's something that's left Scotland. Check this out. Left Scotland.
They look happy, don't they? All look happy.
Isn't it crazy that Nicola Sturgeon fought for Scottish independence and now she's moved to England? You couldn't make this shit up.
Unbelievable.
Peter Murrell stole at least £400,000 from the SNP, and he simply couldn't have done this without the protection of his wife, Nicola Sturgeon, and his childhood friend, John Swinney. During this crime spree, the SNP was in receipt of more than £10 million of taxpayers' money. I don't know if Stephen Flynn's cheering me on or heckling me. He's probably cheering me on, keeping his eye on the prize. Last week, John Swinney told me that no public money had been stolen. But Mr. Swinney also spent years denying the disappearance of ring-fenced independence funds.
Well, did you see those memes that were out? You know, we're saying we now know where the money's gone, and they've got Nicola Sturgeon. You know, who's had a massive breast augmentation. Where's the money gone, Nicola? You know, I was like, oh my God. I looked, well, fan-dabby-dozy. Anyway, there are 5 unanswered questions about the SNP. Can you guess one of them?
What is the point of them? And where's all the money gone? There's 2.
Okay. All right, there's 2.
Why are you such communists? There's 3. Why should ex-leader gone for independence and now lives in England? There's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do for now.
I think you're close. Here's the 5 unanswered questions.
Sturgeon's husband, Peter Murrell, is in prison, but John Swinney wants everyone to just move on. Well, here are 5 big unanswered questions about this toxic SNP scandal. Number 1, why was Peter Murrell the only person prosecuted, and did Police Scotland agree with that decision? Number 2, why did this case drag on for years until just weeks after the Scottish election, helping the SNP and keeping voters in the dark? Number 3, what exactly did Nicola Sturgeon and Peter Murrell discuss when they met just weeks before his guilty plea? And what did John Swinney know of these discussions? Number 4, does anyone seriously believe that Nicola Sturgeon didn't see a gigantic camper van parked in her in-laws' driveway? And number 5, why did John Swinney and Nicola Sturgeon enable Peter Murrell's crimes through poor financial governance and aggressively shutting down legitimate concerns. Peter Murrell's conviction.
Okay, there it is. Now, I mean, that kind of, sums everything up. I mean, it's corrupt. It is corrupt. And we're on to something at the moment that we're going to be doing something an expose on, which is to do with £2 million. So he got done for 400,000.
Yeah, but it's not that much though, is it? See, I've got a theory on this, mate. I think maybe if she didn't see that camper van, maybe she just needs better glasses. But when you're spending £2,500 on salt shakers and a £400 Hoover, then I reckon he probably bought her a decent pair of glasses. So she's full of.
I think so, yeah.
Because I just saw her there. Did we not just see her in the kitchen,
yeah,
sitting there having toast and?
How would she not know?
Never. I don't go in the kitchen. Really, bollocks. We've just seen you having a bit of toast.
Well, here is something that really, really bothers me on the job scene in this country. Now, when you see this, you're gonna be incredulous because I cannot understand how this has happened. It is pretty much incredible. Listen to this.
Well, if I knew what it meant, I could be it.
I'm a resident doctor in the UK, and from August, I won't have a job anymore. My contract runs out. I couldn't get a specialty training post, and every non-training job I've been applying for, I don't even get an interview. And I've got to a point where I'm completely panicking, and I don't know what to do anymore.
She's a doctor.
I want to be a doctor. I'm reasonably good at my job. My feedback's always been really good. I've worked so hard for this, and I just can't get a standard job anymore.
Now, how is it in this country when we can't even get a doctor's appointment? She can't even get a job. I mean, that is the madness that is the UK. I mean,
it's funny. Yeah, it's funny you should say this, mate. Some fella's been walking around this town, Chester, Warrington, everywhere, and he's been doing this for years, going into all hospitality and asking if they've got any jobs. Unfortunately, when he asks, we haven't got any jobs. Well, let's hope she doesn't need to go and work in hospitality, because when he goes to the Indian restaurants, the Chinese restaurants, and the Italian restaurants, they don't tell him they haven't got any jobs. You know what they're telling him? We only employ family. This is a family business. If she thinks she can go and get a little part-time job in one of these many foreign businesses popping up around a town and city, well, she's got no chance of getting one there either. So you can just imagine if I put out a job application. I mean, they're not putting out job applications saying family only. They're never putting out job applications, are they? Not once have I ever seen any of these restaurants round by mine publicly offering people a job, right, as it should be by law. They're just giving them to the family, and anyone who walks in are getting told, no chance, you're the wrong ethnicity, you're not in the right family, basically.
Well, there you go.
I think, although I know people are on all these vape shops and Turkish barbers for money laundering and all this shit, I think we even the ones who aren't, I think you need to start going in now and asking them, why haven't you been advertising any of your jobs? Because by law, everyone else has to.
Well, I saw it in Parliament, okay, at a meeting I was once at, and one of the MPs of a certain ethnicity walked into the room with his entourage from his office. And every single one of them was of the same ethnicity. And the chap that I was with said, hello. And he said, hello there. And he said, is this your office? And he just went, yeah, we've come out to get something to eat. And he just went, very diverse. Just said it straight out. Very diverse.
Yeah, it was very diverse at Chester Races the other week when the majority of the security and the bar staff were not natives to this land. So if you young people are trying to get a job there as well, unlucky. Well, it's either none of our youth or none of our people want to work, so they're filling the gaps, or they are literally taking our jobs, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think I know which one it is.
She is a qualified doctor. She's a qualified doctor, but she can't get a job.
Yeah. Then this guy I'm on about worked in hospitality before for years, and this is about the fourth time he's coming in about 7 or 8 years looking for a job. Still can't get one.
And they're
anywhere.
talking about all these kids being out of work. What do they call them? NEETs?
I don't know, but it's time for a lot of people to go home. Cilla Black should have said.
Yeah.
And I mean a lot.
Yeah. Deport. Yes, okay. Well, remember all those text messages that were coming out the other week, from the politicians with Mandelson and all the rest of that stuff? Yeah?
Yeah, but didn't he do a little number on the Mandelson thing and brought it out on the same day that scumbag was being sentenced?
Well,
Henry's murder. Yeah. So, I mean, the timing on that, do you know what I mean? It was like,
Yeah. Well, Nigel Evans, right? I'm beginning to quite like what Nigel's doing. He had a comment on Darren Jones, which is Keir's blue-eyed boy, at Parliament. Have a listen.
So if you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're thinking, Darren Jones, who he? How come his WhatsApp messages have just been leaked to The Spectator and they weren't published as part of the official haul at the beginning of the week? And so if you've got those sorts of messages, are there other WhatsApp messages that should be made available? Surely everything should be now in the public domain, thanks to the humble address by Penny Badenoch. The one thing I would agree with Darren Jones, who he, though, is he says he has little confidence in Angela Rayner, Rachel Reeves or Jonathan Reynolds. The only problem is he could have added to that list by about 25 other cabinet ministers that are otherwise known as the government. Who could have confidence in any of them?
True. All right. Now, the manipulation is phenomenal. And there's something else that I didn't know, and there was a little story that went out which, didn't really gain any real coverage. And that is that when catastrophes happen in this country, like Henry Nowak.
Labour government. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're a catastrophe in themselves. But when there is a catastrophe that comes on, the government sends out what they call a nudge unit to try and persuade them to talk about unity and, not make a big deal about certain things. Well, it didn't happen with a few of the members of their family, but, there you go. But that's disgusting. Why would you send out a government unit to counsel the family on how to interact with the public?
Basically, it's shut up. These aren't the joys you're looking for. Move along, move along. Next tragedy. Shut up. These aren't the joys you're looking for, etc., etc.
No. It can't. It can't. Don't look back in anger. Jesus Christ.
This is what they do.
Well,
like little rats, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? But then when it's fentanyl Floyd, God, the whole world has to stop, doesn't it? For that scumbag.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean?
Well, here's a couple of scumbags that you wanted to talk about. Okay. So I'm going to take this down.
I'm going to be totally honest. I don't really want to talk about it, John, but I think why this isn't massive news.
These two, tell the story.
Know. Well, two gay blokes have adopted a 13-month-old baby.
Okay, these are the two guys, yeah?
Yeah. One of them goes to work, John. Comes home and the baby's dead. Right, this is all allegedly now, from now on.
Yeah.
Allegedly, he says that the baby drowned in the bath. Yet all the evidence points to the baby being bone dry. If you can go down to the injuries, so I don't really have to read them out. And so, there you go. Says he left the baby in the bath for 2 or 3 minutes. Prosecutors are alleging that this was made up to cover his sexual abuse and murder of the child. The injuries found on the child were just sickening. But these guys are from Blackpool. You can see there, well, his hair was not wet, and one of them owns up to the fact, no, the hair wasn't wet. Shall we try again? His hair wasn't wet, was it? God, all these adverts are just a pain in the backside.
But it's a good story. It's a good story by the Echo.
No. His hair wasn't wet.
Yeah.
So he said, I don't think a bath happened. The baby's got multiple injuries that relate to being sexually abused.
Oh, my God.
And they're saying allegedly it was one of these blokes who've been allowed to adopt a 13-month-old baby.
Okay, so these are all allegations.
I don't really know. Yeah, go down to the injuries because I don't want to really have to say that. So rush to hospital. There we go. Post-mortem ruled out drowning as the cause of death and found 40 external and internal trauma injuries to the child's body consistent with forcible penetration and sexual abuse. Now, if this alleged perpetrator is convicted of this is the reason I want to see the death penalty. Yeah, I would like to see it for the rape gangs and stuff like that, but I think primarily it should be for this. This is disgusting. Who else would have done that? Still have to say allegedly it was one of these blokes. We've got to really look into this now.
Yeah.
Was the background checks on these people? Do we? I don't want to sound like I'm being homophobic, but is this the right thing to be doing now? Is it letting two blokes bring up a small baby? In my opinion, I think it should be nurtured and brought up by a female at that young age.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I'm not saying two gay blokes can never adopt a child. I just think that the background checks and what they're going to look into needs to be a lot stricter. I'm not saying that there's not, couples, male and female, doing the same thing, because there will be, but this isn't the only example of this happening.
Okay. Well, that's
you know what? It just made a really crap week just even worse. When I read that, mate, I'm sick of what I've been seeing and hearing this week on the news, speaking to people face to face.
And then seeing that
the shit people are fobbing you off in.
Well,
the shit I'm going through with schools, which we'll touch on another time. I'm sick and tired of it, mate.
I know, but you wanted to get across your feelings about this particular story because
I'm raging inside, and why this isn't headline news. I've not seen this on anything. In fact, I had to go on the Liverpool Echo website, and to find that story, you really had to search. It was not the top news. I know maybe because it wasn't Liverpool, but maybe it was more of a story in the Blackpool area. And this happens to a small baby. I don't watch the BBC or any of that nonsense. Maybe they've mentioned it, but I'm not seeing it trending on anything.
I've not seen anything from the Beeb. Maybe somebody will correct me, but no, I've not seen anything
news,
from there.
Talk TV doesn't seem to be their main issue. I know the Henry thing was important.
Well, we've got a few things to speak about that in a moment.
Harry and Meghan non-stop, and it's like, really? We've got some disgusting people here with access to young children. I'm 13 months old. That child's hardly lived.
Well,
will it live after what happened to it? I don't know.
Whoever vetted, the placing of the child there with those people, they should be scrutinized. Because whoever vetted that needs to be taken aside and having a good looking at, in my opinion. But
there's something wrong, and I'm going to make a suggestion. Are now babies dying and being abused because of certain policies where you won't question this couple because of their sexuality? Because I know for a fact, out of the characteristics,
good point.
In the Equality Act, it's always race, whatever the fucking hell that means. Race, sexuality, religion. They're the ones.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. It's a good point you're making.
worked up in a state. So I know we're looking at the racial thing with Henry and lots of other incidences, the rape gangs, but I think it might be happening on other fronts here as well, and people are probably scared to say anything in case they're called homophobic. Well, I'm not homophobic, but I'm fucking saying something because that's disgusting.
That's okay.
Our children are being fed. Not only we're being fed to wolves, our babies now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby's going to survive that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay. Well, we're going to move on, and this is a guy. This is a guy you commented on as well that you quite liked, and he thinks that we're governed by a crime syndicate. Like, yes.
Well,
he's saying it. Yeah. Here it is.
You're ruled by something that looks very much like a fanatical crime syndicate that does things that destroys everyone's lives, makes these wonderful promises to them, whether from the left or the right. But in the end, what you get is chaos and war and open borders and mad slogans and the outright denial of reality. And it's not good enough because we have to live in the mess they made.
Wow.
Yeah, the outright denial of reality. I mean, how much this probably factors in every show we talk about.
Yeah.
I don't know. Violence. The words are worse than violence.
Well, look at the money. The monies that are disappearing. Look at the monies that are disappearing.
Everywhere you look, mate. I tell you what, if people knew how corrupt every organisation probably was and every government, it'd be way worse than anyone possibly imagines. Because you keep finding little examples here, and there, and millions here and billions there, and hundreds of thousands here and there and everywhere. And they're always the low estimates of what's gone missing or stolen or just poof, gone into thin air. But if you added all that up, astronomical. And it's always public money or money people give to a charity or an organisation for good purposes, for good uses. Because that money isn't theirs, they'll just make it vanish. Oof, where does it always go? It's got to be in someone's pocket somewhere. Or someone's ripped someone off. Who's ripped who off? What's happened? Where does all the money go? 400,000, the Scottish guy? Really? Over 12 years? And I'm suspicious.
We are investigating.
It's way more. It's way more.
We are investigating right now, potential missing monies of up to 2 million. In fact, 2.25 million, and we're investigating it. And once we're confident of our findings, we're going to bring it out and start letting people know. And this is close to home. To home.
We're probably not the best people to investigate where it's gone, but you ask the best people, and they don't seem to give a shit.
No, they don't. They don't.
So if the people who are literally paid with public money to investigate things don't investigate them, then it's down to the public again, isn't it? All the time.
Yeah, but the public do not have police powers in order to do it.
No, I know.
And the police are expecting them to put everything together in order to just present them with a fait accompli so that they can just go straight to the CPS. I mean, what do the police actually do?
I don't know, but it's this pattern of the public now having to do other people's jobs for them. So you go in the supermarket, you've got to scan your own shopping.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? There was probably a time where they put petrol in your car. You don't do that anymore. You've got to, I don't know, there's probably loads of examples of this, and I was going through them all before. You've got to do your own banking. So you've got to sort your own rubbish. So the bin men will just come and they'll want this bin and that bin.
Yeah. Oh,
and you send your kids to school, but then you've got to re-educate them from the absolute indoctrination they're being put through.
Of the crap that they're teaching
them. It just never ends.
Yeah.
So now you've got it again. It's like, oh, brilliant. Okay.
Okay,
You've got to investigate your own crimes. What is it next? You know when you're dying on the floor?
Yeah.
Which we've seen. Do you have to then maybe call your own ambulance and resuscitate yourself? Because the police aren't asked about that anymore, John.
Oh, physician, heal thyself.
I'm going to go on a rant. Who's doing their own jobs? Because I'm not being funny. You're coming in here now, you're pouring your own pints, you can put your own money in the till. I'm going to sit on my ass. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't happen though, does it, mate? It doesn't though, does it? Doesn't people come round and play your fucking piano for you and get
no,
you don't do. You have to do it yourself.
I have to do it myself.
Now, can stop being lazy. If you can't find a machine to do it for you, then the public will do it.
Build your dreams.
What are you going to do when you die? You're going to sort your own fucking funeral out. Oh, I swear to God, mate.
No, you got to dig your own hole first.
That's what I mean. Yeah, well, he's dead. He can't. Well, it's tough. He'll have to, won't he?
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking sick of it, mate.
Well,
but
here's...
anyway, that was my little rant for a Friday. You know?
Okay, well, that was a good one. I like that. I like that. Here's the U.S. I know. Here's the U.S. statement on Henry Nowak.
Extraordinary intervention tonight from the United States State Department. They've spoken out on the murder of Henry Nowak, and it's pretty brutal. They've said ideological conditioning and two-tiered policing are glaring symptoms of civilizational decline. They must be rejected across the West. The US sends our condolences to the family of Henry Nowak and the people of the United Kingdom at this troubling time. Let's be honest here, they have been more vocal and spoken more common sense than even our own government, our own leaders and politicians have done in the past 48 hours. Today, it was also announced that Hampshire Police will face an emergency inspection after their officers, the arrest involving the officers of the dying teenager sparks global outrage. The Nowak family as well, the brave mother, father, the sister, they've met with the Prime Minister today in Downing Street, who earlier, Keir Starmer, hit out at Elon Musk, accusing the ex-owner of interfering in our politics and attempting to create division over Henry's shocking murder. Reform UK leader Nigel Farage, meanwhile, he joined GB News political editor Christopher Hope to defend his response to the murder and his accusations of two-tier policing.
Well, we don't need to hear from Nigel because we know what he was saying. But anyway, you know, from that point of view, one of the things that hit this week is, you know, when there was those, those little protests, out at Southampton. It's amazing that the speed that the police can get these people into court, okay, and then put on remand.
I'm surprised we're not having to do that for them. You know what I mean?
Report yourself to the police,
Again, they've not stopped all week. Here's Ed Davey, the bell end, putting something out about 2 hours ago. We all need to resist attempts like this to politicise Henry Nowak's death and divide our country, whether they come from MAGA. Christ. So he's meaning what we're talking about. MAGA politicians or like Vance and their cronies, because he's retweeted JD Vance, hasn't he? Good. So we all need to resist attempts like this. What about fentanyl Floyd?
Yeah.
Did you resist attempts to politicise that? Oh, God, no, you all took their knee. You screamed about it for years.
Oh, they did it. And he did it as well, didn't he?
There was riots in our country, their country. People died. Black Lives Matter went ballistic. We're killing black people in America. It's like, sorry, what, dickheads? What?
Oh, BLM had a field day in this country. Field day.
No, we need to resist letting any of you anywhere near any form of power ever.
Yeah, quite right.
Because you're just going to keep gaslighting us.
Well, they were thinking, Mark.
Off what? The climate they've created with all this crap. It started with Labour. It was allowed to absolutely flourish and go out of this world by the Conservatives. And this bunch of frauds aren't going to do any better.
Well,
so
they tried.
Diversion gone away from that.
That's all they're doing. You're quite right. Yeah, I totally agree.
They're the ones who put this fucking stupid Equality Act in.
Yeah,
I'm having to pay for this in school and try not to go into this. We'll do this another time. But it's the same shit. Kids are being hung out to dry in school.
Yeah.
When other people are getting away with stuff when it's not racism.
Well, what's happened now is, and people don't realize that throughout the world, everybody is watching because this country wants you to think like it's North Korea and nobody else is seeing what's going on. So this is the US media on UK policing and Henry Nowak.
America is watching. The murder of Henry Nowak is no longer just a British story. It's not just confined to the United Kingdom, because all across America tonight, the media are looking at Britain and asking one question. How did it get this bad? This was Fox News last night.
When the left wing is in charge, you're not safe. Well,
Thanks,
unless
Andrea.
you're a member of the protected class du jour. The entire system of policing there is infected by the woke edicts of their overlords. Digwa himself was eventually arrested, sentenced to life in prison, but get this, he may only do as little as 21 years. His victim, however, never reached the age of 21. The influx of migrants, mass immigration, refugees, the coddling of criminals, the targeting in many ways, at least they feel that way, of native-born Brits, the old British system in decline. I think it's in despair.
Elsewhere, this was the Megyn Kelly show. Take a look.
It's despicable. Every single cop on that scene should be fired.
I have to give some responsibility here to Keir Starmer. This is Keir Starmer's Britain. You know, he is Neville Chamberlain 2.0.
You know, when I put my ex-cop hat on, knives obviously can kill, but so can the woke mind virus.
Imagine if the races were reversed. Right. There would be riots in the street. There were.
And this was also primetime media Will Kane on Fox News last night.
A white teenage kid is dying on a street in England, and you can hear him tell police he can't breathe, just like George Floyd in 2020. So why do some victims become symbols while others do not?
It didn't stop there. This was Real America's Voice.
And the identity, the us against them, that's not something that white people ever sought. That's not something that white people ever looked for at all. But it's been imposed. And it's here, and it's happening. Why is it that every single other group is able to have an identity other than white people?
Well, there you go. All right.
Because the identities were created by absolute morons, and everyone's playing into the hands by using the same language, the same identities. And that's half the problem. But they've got a point, right? They've totally got a point in America. But at the same time, Derek Chauvin, I can go through a list of the things that are just as wrong with America, if not probably worse.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, there is.
Our Prime Minister hasn't been repeatedly tried to have been assassinated on numerous occasions.
My point in showing this, Mark.
Friends and family haven't been
one
shot
second,
at.
Mark, one second.
In prison. So
my point in showing this, Mark, can you listen? My point in showing this. No, I will come back to that. My point in showing this was to show people that it's being seen all over the world. Okay?
I know, I said
that. Okay? Go ahead, kid. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. They've got a point. They nail on it. But sometimes they make out as if everything's rosy over there when it's, oh my God, look
it
at
isn't.
Look at
yeah,
Kingdom.
You're right. You're
exactly. Right. They've got their own problems. Their own problems are way worse. I know they've got a better government in than us now. But Derek Chauvin still, that show trial, and he was made a point of for doing his job and doing what he's trained to do. When fentanyl Floyd had whatever episode he had on the floor after swallowing his fentanyl, he's still in prison. They've had to put him in a federal prison so he doesn't get killed.
Yeah.
Where's the pardon for him, mate? It's still really wrong in America as well, mate. It's not just us. So he can sit there in his little studio over in Washington going, oh my God, look. But we're all in just as much trouble as each other.
Well, I just felt that it was nice that they recognised it. And listen to what Don Keith has got to say. I mean, check.
They make out as if it's all rosy over there when it's far from
it.
There's actually 2 or 3 cases this week of white and blacks and people all getting shot. So we'll see what the results of all these are. I guess it just depends what state you're in, doesn't it, really?
A point well made. Right. Here's Don Keith. Here's Don Keith.
Say what ordinary people can plainly see. With me now is Don Keith, the host of The Real Beef Show. Don, great to see you. You've been very vocal about the Henry Nowak case on social media over the past couple of days, and it's fair to say that it's not just touched and infuriated Brits like me and my viewers back home, but also you guys here in America.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, anytime a story from Britain makes it to America on the mainstream that doesn't have something directly to do with politics, you know it's a big story. This has gone international. It's a big deal, not only because of the tragic way that this young man died and his life was taken for him. He was murdered, callously murdered, but the handling of it afterwards by the police, and now the aftermath by the British government, by the Labour Party, by Parliament. It's a total different reaction than we saw when George Floyd was killed by a policeman. We saw Parliament gave a moment of silence. We saw police officers in America and Britain kneeling down. We're not getting that same treatment for Henry Nowak. Where's his moment of silence from Parliament? Where are the officers kneeling? You know, I just saw yesterday in the Southampton protest, the protesters there were asking the police officers to kneel, and the police officers there refused. Why is George Floyd's death so much more important to the police officers and to the politicians than the death of Henry Nowak? So it's just really tragic indeed. And I have to agree with folks like Jack Posobiec, who says, you know, when are white people going to get their recognition, when they're going to be treated equally?
Well, you know, they're stating the case, you know, but you keep on saying, no, Mark, you keep on saying that we're falling into their hands by talking white, black, okay? But
yeah, but at the same time, we haven't got a choice because they're using it. Well, we've got to flip it and stop this crap. Look, at least he was honest and said, yeah, we've got problems too, because where did the whole George Floyd thing come from?
That's the point why I wanted to show
Black
that.
Lives Matter and that whole critical race bullshit has all come from America. So the reason Henry Nowak was lying there, in my opinion, to die because of all these things in their policies about the racial stuff that we went through the other day. It's all come from there in the first place.
Well, we're gonna.
So how about yous over there sort that shit out, so then maybe it doesn't go all over the world and go everywhere else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate the highlighting it, mate, but it's come from there in the first place. So stop it.
I think they are putting a stop to it. I mean, Trump is you know, he's moving.
Yeah, no.
He's moving.
It depends what state you're in, mate, because he can't control everything. They all do.
No, because it's big. You know? I mean, it's a big land. I mean, you know, and he doesn't control people in the same way that North Korea does and the same way that China does. But, you know, there are advantages, you know, to that. I mean, because anybody in North Korea steps out of line, they're dead. Gone. Disappeared.
I'm not having a go at the Yanks. Well, maybe I am a little bit because, look, we have a go at the third world when they send their crap here. So you stop this fucking ideological bollocks.
Hey, well, I'm okay, Jack. Right? If you have a go at them, I'm okay.
Look, I will support. Look, love Trump. A lot of the stuff he does is ace. But he threatened to stop all this woke shit and do all this stuff to the universities. And he's backtracked and he hasn't.
Yeah.
It's still going on. Sort it out. Because everything that we get has come from there originally. Or vice versa sometimes, but not as often.
Well, not now, because I mean, what is this country? You know, what is this country innovating in? It's innovating in a new Marxist style of government. That's what it's innovating in, and it was the conservatives that actually helped to bring that in and facilitate it. And you know, now we have Kemi Badenoch trying to actually, you know, say, you know, the conservatives are the way forward. What? No. Don't vote for them. Don't vote for Labour. Yeah, you're quite right.
Only in their deluded minds do they think any of them are a viable option ever again.
Ever again, right? I mean, you know, I can see clearly the reason why, you know, Restore would be on the cards. You know, let's start seeing more of the things start to build, because I'd be very, very interested in seeing that.
You wouldn't believe how many people are talking about Restore now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe how many branches there are, how many people are out active. They can keep sticking their heads in the sand and going to an angry man on the internet.
Oh,
it's
no.
A few ethno-nats on Twitter. No, the ones on Twitter are all arguing with each other. They've got nothing to do with the ground game of anyone, mate.
No, you can see the field.
You're going to have people out on the streets from the Green Party who are probably not that communist or crazy Islam. But on the internet, it's going to be way worse. And it's the same everywhere you go, mate. If you talk to the people on the ground who are doing the work, mate, they're not like that. So let them keep imagining it's something it isn't, because it works in our favour. Left Farage keeps saying, oh, he's just an angry man on the internet. Watch what happens, because that angry man kicked your ass in Great Yarmouth, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what I'm seeing behind the scenes, Mark, what I'm seeing behind the scenes is they're attacking him, and you only attack somebody that you're frightened of. You don't bother wasting time. You only attack people that you're frightened of. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I think they see a threat there. They see a danger, which is great. I mean, if he's doing things, that's great. I want to see it happen. I want to see more of it happen, you know, because anything that takes this country into the right direction is going to be great. Well, I'm awfully sorry, but we've now come to the end. We've come to the end of the show. We'd like to thank everybody that was there. Thank you, Andrea, for that great comment. And also to the other people that are watching and listening. And yes, we are going to be putting out more shorts and stuff like that, you know, because that's the kind of people we are. We move. Yeah. Anyway, Mark, have a great weekend. Okay. And we will be talking about some of those things to do with education next week. Yes? Yes?
God, more misery. Do you know what? I liked it when we were just taking the piss out of Starmer and Reeves and everyone. It's just starting to get, I don't know, is it something to do with when the weather starts to warm up, we just get these horrendous incidents non-stop all the time?
Yeah.
Well, what is it, mate?
Oh, I don't know. But I have to say, that I'm quite happy that there is light at the end of the tunnel. People are starting to see it, and they're starting to come up. And anything that makes Starmer nervous or move in a certain direction or anything like that, great. All the shit that's coming out about them is going to be bad. So anyway, here's Keir, top of the flops. And this is our end vid for this week. Here we go. Thank you very much, sir. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your comments and your astute observations, sir, as always. Okay. Always great to have a conversation with you. Here we go. And we'll see everybody.
Likewise.
Thank you. And we'll see everybody on Monday, 7:30 or thereabouts. Okay. I don't know. We're men of mystery. Even we don't know what time we're going to be doing it. Do we? Are we?
No, we're here, we're there, we're everywhere at some point. Yeah, but have a good weekend anyway.
Yeah,
so
have a good weekend.
Forget all this misery. Go and enjoy yourselves, because I'm sure we can just get back onto the misery on Monday.
Bye for now.
Jokes beforehand, you know.
Bye for now.
Good evening. Welcome to Top of the Flops, Britain's #1 music show. I'm your host, Keir Starmer, Prime Minister Reformer, and
I'm Angela Rayner, former Deputy Prime Minister, working class hero, an absolute legend. And tonight's performers have come a very long way, all the way from a building site in Germany.
That's right, Britain's greatest export, working men who went abroad because there were no jobs here.
Anyway, please welcome to the Top of the Flop stage, Wayne, Oz, Dennis, Neville, Bomber, Barry and Moxie on Triangle. Ladies and gentlemen, off with the same pet.
Off with the same pet, wow. My dad used to ask me to take that one.
Cheers, Labour, well done. That's Labour, alright. That's Labour, alright. Wealth's leaving this land cause of Labour's greedy hand. That's Labour, alright. That's Labour, alright. Working all day, but they take half your pay while they blow it on the migrants' plight. And they fan all the flames by keep playing their games. That's Labour, alright. Like back in '83 with Labour's misery. That's Labour, alright. That's Labour, alright. Our feeders ain't men, were we far right back then? That's Labour, alright. That's Labour, alright. Working all day, but they take out your pay. Send the rest to the migrants' hotel. Still they keep a bit here to fund Keir's free gear. That's Labour, alright. Yeah, they fan the flames. Time to say Auf Wiedersehen. Cash for those who won't work. White, let's treat it like dirt. That's Labour, alright. That's Labour, alright. Back off the cute chum, cause of where you come from. That's Labour, alright. That's Labour, alright. Working all day, but they take off your pay while they blow it on the migrants' plight. And they fan all the flames by keep playing their games. That's Labour, alright. They swore to protect, left our daughters wrecked. That's Labour, alright. That's Labour, alright. Turn a blind eye to the gangs who avoid racist cries. That's Labour, alright. That's Labour, alright.
Great words.
Still telling their lies, no way Labour survives. 'Cause new labor's done, that's labor.